Misfit Toy Collectors, Dreadnought Ryan here, and today I want to talk about Indiana Jones Adventure Series. I did just pick this particular figure up. It was delivered by Amazon today, so I wanted to do a review of this. As a kid who grew up in the 80s, the Indiana Jones series was always a favorite of mine. Of course, Harrison Ford was Indiana Jones throughout the series, as well as being Han Solo in Star Wars. So just a favorite actor of mine growing up as a kid. So knowing that they were going to make these figures in the 1/12 scale, I wanted to make sure I at least picked up a few of these just to have. This particular figure line comes with an build an artifact. Kind of take something from the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure wave. Looks like we're going to be able to build the Ark of the Covenant with this particular group of figures. This is the box art again. It is windowless packaging. It does have a picture of the action figure on the front, as well as some of the Indiana Jones artwork from the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can see there. Has all the warnings, talks about the plastic-free packaging, all that good stuff. On the outside of the box, you do get more of this great artwork from the movie, and then on the back, it will give you a breakdown of the action figure and the accessories that are included. You do get 3 sets of hands, a satchel bag, 2 whips, the idol from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then 2 pieces to the Ark of the Covenant. Again, you have a picture of the action figure. So let's go ahead and look at what comes inside. So again, it's the plastic-free packaging, so all your accessories and your action figure actually come in this tissue paper. Why I'm showing this, it actually has like maps from the movie. So you can see South America here, different parts of the world. It's a pretty cool little addition to the marketing and box art for this particular figure. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Let's actually get a look at the figure. And this is Indiana Jones. So I do have this particular figure with a gridiron pistol, and I know that I talk about gridiron a lot, but I just wanted to show you the trigger finger hand for this particular figure. We'll go through the accessories. Let's go through those first. As I said, you do get 2 whips and Indy's pistol, but the reason why I have the gridiron pistol is I put his pistol in the holster here, and this is the folded up whip as well too. The issue with these 2 items is they have pegs that plug through the plastic on the belt. It took me almost 20 minutes to get those pegged through to stay so that they would not pop open. I ended up having to heat the legs to pop them off, to pull the belt off, use tweezers to push through the pegs to get them to stay. So I will not be pulling these back off again because I don't want to have to deal with it. If you do pick up these particular figures, I hope you don't have the same problem as I do. I think it could be just I've got big clunky paws and it's just more difficult for me with these type of pegged items. But overall, it does hold the accessories quite well once you are able to get them secured. And again, like I said, I'll just give them a gridiron pistol for now and I'll be happy about it. So let's talk about some of the accessories. So the idol that does come with the figure is from Raiders of the Lost Ark. If I can get this to show up here. It is in the gold plastic. It's not shiny like a metallic, but it is, still gold. It does have some great molding and design work into it, so it's a nice little feature to have. For the Ark of the Covenant, you get the 2, I'm not sure if these are eagles or hawks that go to the top of it, but you get one for the right and one for the left. And again, you do have to purchase the rest of the figures in the wave to get the complete Ark of the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or possibly just look for the Ark on the secondary market. Indy does also come with 2 fists that you can get, a right and a left. get those to focus here. And then if you're looking at the left hand, you are going to get this relaxed hand that you see here. This is actually really good for holding the whip. If you don't want it to have it hooked to the belt, you also will get a fist, and then this relaxed hand here that you can see that I just dropped, which can be used, tweezers on it, to actually hold that gold idol. So it is a nice little addition. And then for the right hand, you do get the trigger finger. You will also get the second whip holding hand, which does allow the whip to hold in without it being a trigger finger. So that's a nice addition. And then again, like I said, they do have a fist for the particular right hand as well. So you can have Indy battling out any way that you need to. Let's go ahead and get into the articulation and just some of the changes. Like I said, one cool feature, that's right, the pegs actually stay in the arm, and the hand has the hollowed out portion that the pegs just go right into, which makes doing the hand swaps a lot easier. It also puts it on a ball joint, so you get a little bit better movement, so you'll get up and down and then in and out, which is a nice factor, which I know for us Joe fans we've been asking for. Let's look at this accessory. This is the satchel that does come with Indy. It does have a leather strap, which is in a soft plastic, which is nice. It folds right over. This is a softer plastic as well too. Indy's jacket, which does have some really good movement, is in a softer plastic as well. It does have some pretty great weathering added to it. You can see just wear spots, and then of course some wash added to it as well. And then of course the belt, which has the holster for the pistol as well as the whip. For Indy's head, Harrison Ford is one of the more difficult actors to get a decent face scan out of, but this particular figure actually looks really good. His hat does not come off, so that does stay on. It is on a ball joint though, and then also the neck is on a ball joint into the chest, so you do get some movement forward and back and then side to side, but for the head you do get movement up about so, down, side to side, and then of course, you know, some really nice tilt. He does have butterfly joints, as you can see in the arms, so you do get forward, you do get back, again all the way around. No double jointed elbows. This is just a single hinge elbow, but you do get past 90, and that's the same for the legs. It is a single hinged knee, which goes back. I'm not sure if they did this for the aesthetic of the pants, but you do get side-to-side swivel with this being pegged right in. Forward-facing pin for rocker for the heel goes back so far, goes forward, and then of course side to side. You do also get the hip, which has a cutout there, so you do get some decent movement there. Leg goes forward, side, and then back. So one other thing, there's no chest cut. Indy is just on a ball peg right to the waist, so you get forward, back, side to side, and tilt. So he does not have as much articulation as a Marvel Legends or a G.I. Joe, but he does have some pretty decent articulation for not having that chest articulation either with the dumbbell, you know, peg to upper body or to the brutal chest cut, as Mark Webber would say, for the ab crunch feature. Overall, I'm not sure if we are going to see a big release of these particular figures. Indiana Jones did have the 4 movies. I would like to see, you know, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and then The Last Crusade. Getting those figures would be nice, but I don't know if they can go into, you know, a big line launch for these particular figures, because Indy's outfits have been pretty much the same from movie to movie. So I don't want to say that that's why Hasbro didn't include as much articulation as they would have for some of the other lines. I also know this is done by the Star Wars team, which this kind of matches up to some of the designs that they've done for the Star Wars line. This is also a Lucasfilm uh, license, so I'm not sure if they have something to do with it as well too. But overall, if I'm going to rate this figure out of 5, I would give it a 3. I do like it. It's Indiana Jones. I have it in my collection. My frustration really comes from either my inability to be able to peg items onto a belt or just a bad design feature. I like having your figure be able to hold all their accessories. I also like the fact that we get the new hand pegs, which I think will help going forward for a lot of these figure lines. Articulation, I would like to see double jointed elbows and knees, but it is what it is. But again, just something a little bit different than Joe's, but in my action figure canon, Indiana Jones would fit in to the G.I. Joe line as he was trying to save those artifacts from evil Cobra Commander, possibly Serpentor. But, hey, it is what it is. Thanks again, everybody, for subscribing to the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors. Again, we are over 500 subs, so I am just so humbled by that. You guys are all amazing. Trying to figure out something I might be able to do for a giveaway for reaching to 500 subs. So be on the lookout for that announcement. Again, I hope you're having a great day, evening, morning, wherever you're at on the island. And more importantly, yo, Indiana Jones. Thanks, guys.